Today we're going to take a look at Street Fighter 2010, The Final Fight. This was released in 1990 by Capcom for the Nintendo Entertainment System. This is a side-scrolling platform game where you take the role of Ken that is supposedly the same Ken from the real Street Fighter games. Essentially, one of your friends was killed, turned to jelly as the introduction says, and Ken decides to get some bionic implants to help him get revenge. The game has nothing to do with the original Street Fighter series, and the name Ken was only used for the English version of the game. The different areas you visit are divided across a few planets, each containing a few stages and each with varying terrain. There are cutscenes kind of like what Ninja Gaiden has, and you're basically going around planet to planet seeking out the ultimate bad guy. Anyhow, the game works by putting you in various levels where you have a target to kill, and you pass the level by killing that target. Sometimes the target might be a bunch of small enemies, and other times it's a full-blown boss. Once you kill a target, a little white glowing thing comes out, and picking it up will add to the open meter at the bottom of the screen. Once the meter is full, a portal opens and you have a few seconds to enter it. If you don't enter in time, you'll die. The big bosses will completely fill your open meter, while the smaller targets will each contribute a little bit to the meter. The range on your attack really sucks, but luckily you can power it up. Breaking these almost randomly placed blocks around the levels will sometimes reveal a power-up. If you get 2 of them, your attack range increases. You can raise your power level up to 5 times, requiring 10 power-ups. It makes a huge difference once you've got all that extra range, but if you die, you'll lose it all and have to start all over from the beginning of the stage again. You can also sometimes get this little option thing that covers your back and damages enemies that touch it. While jumping, you can only attack 1 time, but it will be stronger than a standard attack. Pressing attack will make you quickly attack in the direction you're facing, or you can hold up to shoot directly up. If you hold forward and repeatedly press attack, Ken's projectiles will start curving up and down. Holding down while attacking makes Ken kick a projectile at an upward angle and is really useful once you learn how to use it. One of my favorite things about this game is doing backflips. If you do a backflip, you can shoot straight down once you're upside down. Other than that, it doesn't really do anything for you, but I think it looks really cool, especially for an older game like this. One of the awesome things about the backflip is you can even get an attack for it. Once you hit the desert-looking stages, you can get the Flip Shield Capsule, which basically means you can do Guile's Flash Kick. Anytime you do a backflip while you've got this upgrade, you will automatically damage anything that touches your feet. Some of the bosses in the game can be really annoying, but they aren't too bad once you learn how to deal with them. Being comfortable with controlling Ken and knowing when and how to do his different attacks is a game changer. I think a lot of people that try this game feel that it's overly difficult due to the controls, but I don't think that the controls are the issue. The control of your character and learning how the attacks work was pretty advanced back then when the game first came out, and not something like Super Mario Bros. Where you just hold left and right and jump over the gaps. I love the feel of this game, and I think it's one of Capcom's best efforts on the NES. I've only finished this game 1 time as a kid, and the last stage is extremely difficult due to having to fight multiple bosses in one life. I recommend checking out the Angry Video Game Nerd's review of this, and you'll see what I mean. With that said, I also want to mention that the soundtrack in this game is crazy good. The sound from the beginning of the video is a medley of the game's soundtrack performed with guitars. It's extremely fitting, and hearing it gets me pumped up and ready to exact some revenge on Ken's enemies. If you haven't played the game, I suggest sitting down with it for about 10 minutes so you can see what you're made of. Thanks for watching.